What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome to the first, I guess, official Team of the Season video. Team of the Season has been announced and I thought today it'll be fun to take you through essentially my main account and give you a club tour pre-Team of the Season. And then at the end of the 6 or 7 week Team of the Season stint, we can have a look at what's changed, how much it's changed, and whether or not my investments and my thought process for what's going to be coming during Team of the Season paid off. So this account that you're going to be seeing today, the team that you can see on the screen now, this is actually my Road to Glory account. Some of you don't know that I have this account or that it exists. I have a second YouTube channel, link is in the description below, where I upload every day my Road to Glory. And this is so far the team that I've managed to amass and put together. The reason why I'm doing this on the main channel is twofold. Number one, as I say, this is basically my main account now, so I want to show you what you can achieve in FIFA without spending any money on FIFA points, and of course without buying coins. And also I wanted to let you guys know that I do indeed have a Road to Glory channel with Team of the Season coming up. There's going to be a lot of good stuff on this account. It's going to be a lot of fun, lots of squad builders and gameplay with Tots players, and of course you'll see a lot of that on this channel as well through my my purchase account, my account where I do put FIFA points on it. So EA have released information regarding Team of the Season. This information is very interesting. It offers some insight into what's coming, but also raises many questions. One of the questions that I mainly have is, are we going to get a Team of the Season upgrade SBC, much like we had with the Team of the Knockout stage? Now, of course, the Team of the Season, there will be 24 players in each Team of the Season squad. There will be 23 players that you can get in packs. And there will be one player that you can only get via winning the daily knockout tournament. But what it says is, a fan favourite from last year returns. A 24th Team of the Season player will be available exclusively as a Foot Champions Daily Qualifier Tournament reward on Xbox One, PlayStation 4 and PC. Online tournaments on Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. Exclusive really does mean exclusive. The 24th Team of the Season player will not be available in packs, SBCs, or on the transfer market, indicating that the other 23 players will be available in packs, SBCs, and the transfer market. Now, are those SBCs the 82 rated upgrades where you can just randomly get one, or are we going to actually see SBC tradable and untradable Team of the Season players? It would make sense that we are going to see those because EA have released those 84 rated informs, guaranteed inform pack, where you can stack your club with 84 rated informs, which would indicate that you're going to need those for Team of the Season. Otherwise, what's the point of having them there? It's like, that can't surely just be for fun, right? Who would do that? It's very, very unlikely that you're going to get a player worth more than the value of the actual pack itself, and then you've got an untradeable guy that you're probably not going to want to use that you could have just bought for cheaper. So, in my opinion, you are going to need 84 rated informs for a Team of the Season SBC, guaranteed Team of the Season card. It does go on to say as well, this is just a start. Coming weeks will see release of many leagues, big and small, plus an exclusive tournament for a 24th player, a super bonus SBC that rewards fans for completing special SBCs every week, which is the same as a Foot Birthday SBC, Team of the Season upgrade SBCs with a chance at a guaranteed 84 plus Team of the Week player. I don't know if this is just a mistype or if they've just said that what we've got here is actually a Team of the Season upgrade SBC. This upgrade here, 84 rated Team of the Week guaranteed. So it reads, Team of the Season upgrade SBCs with a chance at a guaranteed 84 plus Team of the Week player. Well, this is that. But this has nothing to do with Team of the Season. It doesn't say Team of the Season anywhere. It's not in a Team of the Season section on the tab along the top. So I think this might be a wrongly worded sentence that should read, Team of the Season upgrade SBCs with a chance at a guaranteed 84 plus Team of the Season player, which then might require 11 informs 84 plus rated for one Team of the Season 84 plus rated. That could be a situation. So there's definitely a possibility that Team of the Season SBCs are coming and you're going to require a lot of informs for those. So off the back of that, I've invested very heavily. And I'm going to start this account off by first of all showing you, well, you can see the main screen. I've got 200,000 coins, I've got 1,305 wins, 47 draws, and 447 losses. And I have a legitimate estimate of around 50 losses through disconnects. It's not me just trying to bring my losses down or anything like that. I had a period during February, March where I was getting disconnected 4 to 5 times every weekend from FUT Champs, and among other disconnects through like daily knockouts and through divisions and stuff. And that was just in February and March. I picked up at least 30 disconnects between February and March. So across the other months, I'm at around 50 disconnects. Not that it makes any difference. It doesn't change my skill level where the losses are there or not there. But that's my record. In terms of FUT Champs, I've been very successful in FUT Champs. I've been getting Elite every single month, and this is going to be the first month I probably don't get Elite. I kind of stopped stopped caring this month. I'm going to just be playing for fun from now on for the rest of this FIFA iteration. I'm not going to force my 40 games out. You can see this weekend league, I only played 26. I only got 18 wins. And if you look at my last week, I actually only finished on 27 wins. I stopped taking it seriously last week because I only needed 23 wins last week to get Elite 1 for the month. So by the time I got to 23 wins, I was actually 23 and 3, and 23 and 5. I'm sorry, I was 23 and 5. And I finished 27 and 13 because I started building very stupid teams. If we look at the previous month, as you can see, I finished on 116 wins, so I got Elite 1. Never have I finished in the top 100, which is sad. It was definitely something I aspired to get this year, but just not for me. Unfortunately, it's just not for me. So we'll start with the transfer list, guys. What have I invested in? What could you potentially still invest in? Well, I had initially picked up a load of FUT birthday cards, ones to watch cards and stuff, and I've lost my shirt on them. I bought Ramos for 20k. I legitimately thought that would be a good purchase. I thought EA were going to release an SBC that would require FUT birthday cards because there were so many of them, much like they did with the one to watch cards, with the Screamer cards, with the Man of the Match cards. Like they've done it for everything except for birthday cards. So that's interesting to me. So I invested in a few of these players. He's currently selling for about 14,000 coins. Yeah, I've lost some coins on 13,000 coins there for Ramos. I've lost some coins on Ramos. I've got a few like randoms just sitting in here, and we'll ignore the informs for now. Or actually, let's take it page by page. So I've invested in, what you'll notice here is the minimum level that I've invested in is 84 rated. I bought Bergstaller for 15k. He's currently going for about 18 or more k. I bought a fair few of him. You'll see him plenty of times. I bought lots of Gansos for 16k. He's going to sell for about 26k, sorry, about 20k right now or more, 18k or more. And it's important that I got these players from these big leagues, because there's another thing on the EA page that reads, upgrade your squad during Team of the Season with these special SBCs, featuring tradable and untradeable guaranteed 84 plus rated Team of the Week SBCs from any Team of the Week, 82 plus rated SBCs and league specific upgrade SBCs. Now, those league-specific upgrade SBCs might well be, those 7.5k packs that contain players from one specific league. It might well be that, like they did that during the transfers, the upgrades, the ratings refresh. But it might well be the Team of the Season. It might be a situation where you have to produce 11 La Liga informs for one guaranteed La Liga Team of the Season. This is me just speculating, but I'm trying to be prepared. I bought these informs at their absolute lowest price. Jarstein, an 85 rated for 17,000. He's now going up at over 20,000 coins. Ganso again, Socrates, an 86 rated Bundesliga for 26k. I believe he's about 30k right now. Yeah, about 30k. So I've made already like minor profits on these dudes. Icardi, 87 rated, I think he's about the same right now. Yeah, about 41,000 still for an 87 rated inform. Not too bad at all. And then you'll see a lot more of that. Jimenez, I bought for 22k. He's currently about 25,000 coins. I expect, if I'm right, and you do need informs from the leagues specifically, these guys are going to go through the roof for prices. They'll go up to 30, 35, potentially 40,000 coins. And I'll make an absolute killing. And if I'm wrong, it could see them crash massively. But I've got these at the minimum price that they've ever been at. So even if they start crashing, I'll potentially be able to sell to get my money back. And you see more Icardis, more Jimenez, more Ganso. Cahill I picked up for 30k. I believe he's around 35k right now. Yeah, about 34k. So again, there's small profits on these players. Bergstaller again, Cahill. And then someone like Jovetic, I bought him for 73k. His max bin right now is 80k. And he's selling for like 20k. I've lost my shirt on him. I'm hoping that he just has a good game in the next couple of games that he's got left and his price spikes so I can sell him on. Otherwise, I've absolutely bottomed out from there. More Icardis, more Jimenez, more Ganso, more Bergstallers. It's all the same. 84 Pereira from the French league. Picked him up for 15,000 coins. And he's still, by looks things, about 18,000 coins. Like, these dudes are super, super cheap. So they're still worth investing in if you can do. And you can see it's just the same. Ter Stegen, 22k for a Ter Stegen. I think it's about 25, 26k. Yeah, so I'm right in that. They're still cheap enough to invest in if you've got the coins laying about. Is it a risk? Yes, of course it's a risk, but I've taken a massive, massive risk. And you can see here, I've literally just got pages on pages on pages of these dudes. More informs. I bought a couple of Sanés, 63k for Sané. It's less than 30k now. It breaks my heart seeing that loss. I should have been. I got unlucky. You know what I mean? Like they could have had good games for their respective clubs, and I could have ended up making an absolute killing off them. My ones to watch investing was definitely risky. Overall, over all of my ones to watch investing, I've actually made good profit off of ones to watch. But off the ones that I've got left, I haven't actually made any money on any of them that I've got left. So that's my trade pile right now, dudes. We then look at my club and we look at, first of all, the players that I have got as investments. I've still got the 5 legends. I packed Schmeichel from the team of the knockout stage upgrade. He's useless as a goalkeeper. He's got much better stats than David De Gea. He doesn't perform as good as David De Gea. 71 games with him. I wish I'd stopped using him sooner. I would sell him, except for the fact he's worth about 30,000 coins and 35,000 coins, and he's 88 rated. So I wonder if something comes around at Team of the Season that you require ratings for. He's actually one of the cheapest 88 rated cards in the game, period, let alone as a special item. So there's him, and then more in-form investing here. I also packed Howard Des, just so got him sitting there for the same reason as Schmeichel. You know, he's an 87 rated card that's worth about 25k. Might as well just keep him just in case. It's not like his price is going to go any lower than it already is. We bought Icardi, Fabregas, Jonas. More informs Dost, Icardi, Socrates, Thiago. I bought and use Ashley Cole, finding to be a very good defender for Weekend League. Promes, I packed out one of my packs for finishing Elite. Shaqiri, I picked up for 90k. I thought that was a banging price, and he's dropped now. I think he's about 60k, 65k now. Yeah, somewhere around those marks. I lost money on him. Consigli was a huge purchase. 20,000 coins for an 86 rated goalkeeper. There's a few of him that you'll see on the trade pile as well. I think he's up to like 25, 26k already, so he's made huge jumps. And again, if I'm right, and you need these players, they're going to go up so much more in price. Gaitan, I bought for 45k. I think he's under 20k now, actually. Lost my shirt on players like Gaitan. And then just more informs. You can see how many informs I've got here, dudes. And I bought all of these dudes at bottom price, or I packed them. Like I packed Ganso, I packed Brooks, I packed Guardado. I think I packed Horn. No, I bought Horn for 17k. Bought Pereira, another Bergstaller there. Lots of investments. A few more ones to watch, dudes, that I've invested in. Giuliano, Jovetic, another few birthday cards that I invested in just in case they were ever useful for SBCs. I actually use Ogbonna. He's one of my favourite centre-backs in the game. Adrian Ramos. I bought Calhanoglu just in case the EA do something that requires you to have one of every card from the game. I wanted to get them before they went price sky high. And for 18,000 coins, 19,000 coins, it's not a bad risk to take. Worst case scenario, I could just discard him for half the value back. I could sell him for three quarters of the value back, so it's not the end of the world. We got that Thomas card that I actually bought to use about 2 months ago. Used him for one weekend league. Hated him. Absolutely hated him. Couple more ones to watch and a few informs that I picked up along the way. And then the Movember card again, just in case. I bought him for 11.5k. I can discard him for basically my money back, and that's just in case he's ever worth anything. And then a load more ones to watch cards. A lot of these dudes will be playing internationals during the summer, so they might still get upgrades through informs. But I'll basically wait until I'm absolutely desperate for coins before I sell these for a loss. Because right now I've got coins and I've got investments that I can afford to hang on to these to hope that they ever rise. And in the meantime, if they don't rise, that's no problem. They're already at like their rock bottom prices right now. Then we've got some golds. I don't really have that many gold cards. David De Gea is one that I've used plenty. I bought him and sold him a few times. So I've actually got over 1,000 games in total on David De Gea. Varane, I've got a fair few games on, 67. Chris Smalling, I've got a lot of games on, 937. Eric Bailly, I've got a lot of games on, 350. And then that's how many golds I've got. This club is basically empty, apart from then special cards. And we'll actually take the specials low to high. I've got an untradeable David Myler, never used him yet, might use him eventually. I've got a Hunter card that I used a lot back in the early days, but not so much anymore. Then we move into some of the earlier player of the year and SBC cards. Jensen, I actually used him for a 1 weekend league, actually 2 weekend leagues as a sub, and he was thoroughly enjoyable. And even now, he's actually got what you would consider a meta card. Very, very well rounded, almost club 80 apart from that defending. You stick a shadow card on him, it whacks those stats up. High work rates, a decent height, 4-star weak foot. If you've got him in your club, it might be worth throwing him on the bench because he's actually a pretty decent card. Per bet, I just did. I'll say, dudes, the league SBCs, all of them were always worth it just because of the packs that you get in return. So someone like Perbert, although I've never used him, and I can definitely use him in an SBC during Team of the Season if I'm required to. Even though I've never used him, he was still worth it because for completing the Pro League SBC, you got a 100k pack and packs along the way. This Johansson card was a waste of coins for me personally. Cahill was a waste of coins for me personally. Then we got our reds. Now, Jota was the first red I got. He was in the first red I got. In the month one, I only actually got gold foot champs. He was one of the dudes that I got. He's actually got a pretty decent card. It's not the worst. It's not the best. And then I've got really unlucky. I've used a fair few reds in SBCs already to date. But I've got really unlucky considering I've finished gold once and then elite 6 times. That's 5 sets of 15 cards and 1 set of 20 cards. Actually, sorry. Yeah, no, because I finished elite 3. No, that's 5 sets of 15 cards, 1 set of 18 cards. No, sorry. Man, I beg your pardon. 5 sets of 12 cards, 1 set of 15 cards and 1 set of 20 cards. I've got an incredible amount of 81 rateds. This was my dude out of that team of the tournament untradeable pack. But and this was a dude that I got out of the FUT birthday pack. I got Ibarbo there. But I've just got a lot of 81 rated reds. Like, we are talking pages on pages on pages of these dudes who have just no value. Our first 82 is Budaboos, Balassi. Balassi served me relatively well, 68 games. Rashford, I absolutely regret doing Rashford. He just doesn't seem to work for me personally, which is why you may see me call him Trashford. And that's no offense to him in real life. I think he's a great talent. I think he's got a bright future ahead of him. But in FIFA, for me, he is known as Marcus Trashford because he just doesn't do anything for me. I just can't get him to work. Chadley has been a big player for this club. 232 games for Nasser Chadley. Jorgensen's a waste of space. A lot of 82 rated reds. None of them really useful. Gareth Barry there did work for me back in the early days. The first 2 months of Weekend League, he was my main man. I can't remember when I specifically changed him and who came out that caused me to not use him anymore. But Gareth Barry's got over 200 games for me. Belotti, nothing. Depay did alright for me, 80 games. Most of those as a sub, which is why the goal and assist isn't super high. Emre Can is still in my main team to this day. He was a Christmas SBC, so I got him obviously on the 23rd of December, and he's played 660 games for me. Bellerin, I obviously got on the 24th of December, and he's played 700 games for me. Lots more SBC cards that I haven't used, but Tonelli I did use for 1 weekend league. Thoroughly enjoy this card. If you guys have got some spare coins and you want to go and get yourself a Calcio A dude that's going to be really good for you, he's your man. He's going to be super cheap, probably like 12 to 15k. His 6 foot tall is a bit of an issue. Sometimes people like them to have high defenders, but he's got basically identical stats to Manolas, which is great, and he's got really good work rates. Another trash player. Alonso was a good red card for me. 412 games on him. Quintero and Seri are my new reds, not really useful for them. Sterling has been an amazing player for me, 613 games. Son has been an amazing player for me, 724 games. Mane hasn't been bad for me. Another guy that he was one of my first dudes. Him, Jota, and Theo Walcott were my first 3 red cards that I ever got. That was my gold pack. It was a brilliant pack. I've never had the luck since, really. Mane mainly used as a sub, 89 games. Theo Walcott I've used a lot, and he's actually still in my main team as well to this day. He's been in and out of the team because I've tried like the ones to watch Mane, and I've tried Willian, and I've tried Sterling. I've tried lots of other right wingers. I've tried using Hazard at right wing and Son at left wing, but I always keep going back to Walcott. Walcott's been really effective for me. David Villa, kind of wish I didn't do. He was a waste of coins. Skirtle, Van Persie, Sule, useless. I did use Sule for a few games, and I found out very quickly. It just took me 3 games to figure out that he's horrendous. Martinez, I've used a couple of weekend leagues. Every time I've used a Spanish league, I've tried to use him. I hate his work rates. I hate his height. His card stats are great. His pace is really good. His defending and physical are really good. But those work rates and that height, I can't deal with that, man. And so he doesn't get any more game time. Cerner got 1 weekend league for me as well as a sub. I think he was my 2nd month's worth of red cards. And again, much like Jensen, he's very, very well rounded. Almost club 80, high work rates, 5'10". He fits the meta. With a shadow card, even now, he would be very, very useful. It's just that I have so many better players that I don't need to use him. So we have him in there. Kozawa, absolute waste of coins. I forced him into a few teams to get 35 games on him. Perrin, a horrendous defender. And again, much like Martinez, it's because he's got medium work rates and he's 5'11". His card stats are actually quite good, but his work rates and height just kind of rule him out. Fernandinho has been a huge card for me. 329 games for him. Absolutely love him. Smolov, I don't think I've used. 4 sub appearances. But again, the league SBC, so Smolov and De Jong, they have been useful just because of the packs that I've got. I don't think I've ever used De Jong. I haven't. Dante I haven't used. Reed, still in my main team now, 397 games later. I actually packed his inform in my weekly rewards and used that for about 300 games. And then packed his red card in my monthly rewards and have now used that for about 400 games. Utaka, I don't believe I've ever used. No, Utaka I haven't bought on. Anthony Martial. This is an interesting one for me because this is a great red card to get by any circumstance. 84 rated, he's a meta player, he's an upgrade, he gets good links to a lot of players. But I have 90 rated or 91 rated player of the month Eden Hazard, and I have the player of the month Son as well, to the point where Martial just doesn't get into the team. I can only use 11 players at one time. I can't fit him into the team. So I have used him from time to time. As you can see, 103 games there. And considering most of those are as a sub as well, he's actually got a very good return for me. Almost a goal a game and an assist every 4 games. Sorry, a goal every other game and an assist every 4 games. But in general, I just can't fit him into the team. Griffiths, I think one sub appearance with him and 1 goal, but haven't really used him. Heaton. He's like every goalkeeper, man. I've got De Gea in the club. I've got Schmeichel in the club. Why would I use Heaton? You know, he's not as good as those guys. I used him just for the sake of using him. Tadic as well. I haven't used. I hate that 2-star weak foot. He's actually got decent enough, well-rounded stats, but I've got better players. Keane. Much like the other defenders, medium work rates just don't really interest me all that much. His height's not bad. His card in general is quite good, but I don't particularly like him. Jorgensen, Zagoev, horrendous. I've got Mbappe Lotin in an upgrade pack. I don't use him. I don't need to use him. He doesn't fit my team. He doesn't fit what I've got going on. It's a shame he's not tradable for me. Morata's not a bad pull, but he's not worth anything, and he doesn't fit into my team. Ganso is horrendous. This Roberto Firmino card is and was a great pull. I know he's got a better version, but for me, he's a really good centre midfielder. 404 games on him. De Rossi is another one that I've had to force into teams. I wish I didn't do him. He was a waste of coins. Juanfran was a waste of coins as well. I've had to force him into teams. He's actually got a good card, a usable card, just not for me. Because if I ever use La Liga, it means I've got Sergio Ramos, which means I could put Hector Bellerin in at right back. So Juanfran never really gets a look in. Çalhanoğlu, I used him a few times in one of the weekend leagues where you had to have Bundesliga players. Bundesliga or Calcio, I think it was. Never used him again outside of that. Al Sommer is actually a card I really enjoy using. I think his SBC is really good. 4-star, 6'4", high-low work rates, incredibly well-rounded stats. It's a shame I can't start him in the team, but he is a very useful sub. Mustafi, I forced into a team just because he's a red card. Is not great. Again, 6 foot tall. It's just not good enough. It's not good enough. You get found out a lot. Ter Stegen I'll never use. I've now got the new Alonso. I was using the 83 Alonso for so long, but now I've got the red 85 Alonso. I'll use him instead. I've got Gamero from that 84 upgrade pack. Useless card. Giovinco has been around since day 1. Never really been able to get him into teams too much, man. He was useful for the first 2 months of FIFA, never again. Samuel Eto'o I've used quite a few times. 18 games as a sub. Not bad at all. Insigne, I wish I never did. Absolute waste of coins for him. Gignac, again, a league SBC, so not too bad, I suppose. Nainggolan was probably my best red in form to date. Is, you know, not the highest rated by any stretch of imagination, but definitely one of the most effective for me. Almost 400 games on him. Draxler was from my untradeable ones to watch upgrade. It's a shame that he never got anything after that, because if he got an 87 or an 88 card, it would actually be unbelievable and worth, you know, putting into a team. 6'2", 5-star weak foot. But I've never really had any use for him. Coleman I've used a lot, to almost 300 games, and I might like Nainggolan. He's actually got stats. I think his stats are better than Nainggolan's. He's got more pace, 1 less dribbling, same passing, 2 less physical, 2 more defending, and 2 less pace. He's like near identical to Nainggolan, and then it's high 5'9", 3-star, 3-star. It's high 5'10", 3-star, 3-star. So if you use these as a sub, because I do use Nainggolan mostly as a sub, you've basically got two identical players as a substitute. It's brilliant. I love it. Arnautovic I've tried to fit into teams. It's just again, a left forward. I don't need left forwards from the BPL. Dele Alli's been huge for me. I purposely didn't do his 91 card player of the year card, just because I think his team of the season is going to be higher rated, so I'm going to wait for that. But I thoroughly enjoy this card. 350 games on him already. Fekir is another one that I got from the SBC upgrade for team in the knockout stage. I used him a lot. I don't find him to be great. The same with Dendonka. I used him a few times. Just can't fit him into the team. Ziyech, not useful for me. Jonas, one of my favourite cards in the game this year. Just impossible to get him into teams, really. 113 games on him, but impossible to get him into teams. Now we're starting to get to the bigger cards. Lacazette, one of the greatest cards I've used this year. And this card feels better than his 89 team in a knockout stage card. It's weird to say, but it just does. Most of these games now as a sub. He played his first about 100 games as a starter in a second team. Now most of these games are as a sub. Balotelli is not bad. He's actually done alright for me in his 2 games. And now I've got the 87 striker Jonas, which doesn't really mean anything. This SBC El Shaarawy, waste of coins for me. I know I've played 110 games with him. That's because he's on every bench all the time, so he does get used as a sub a lot, but ultimately he was a waste of coins. Leno is my highest rated and best ever red card. Now fancy that. I've got 188 and 287s, and I got them all in the same pack this recent month, and these are the best 3 that I've got, which is crazy considering I've finished Elite 6 times and Gold once. This is the best I've got. And then I see people finish Silver 1 and get Red Messi. What's that about? That's crazy. Player of the Month Costa, for me, is one of the best centre midfielders in the game. I know a lot of people don't subscribe to the midfielder, the strikers at midfield kind of theory. I personally love it. Almost 600 games on Costa, which is great. This 89 Lacazette, look at that return. It's horrendous. Yeah, sure, some of those games are as a sub, but I think about at least 30 of them are as a starter. He just doesn't bang them in for me. I just can't get him to put him in the back of the net. Lukaku is a godsend, man. A lot of these games as a midfielder, and a lot of these games as a substitute, and a lot of these games starting at striker. And because I love this card so much, when he gets tired or towards the back end of the game where a speedster up front is more beneficial, I move him down into the midfield and a striker up front. So he doesn't play all of his minutes up front, and he's still got exactly 200 goal returns or goal to goal contributions in 198 games, which is spectacular. Thiago, I didn't really use him much, got him as untradeable as well. And then Eden Hazard, this has been my most used card this year, almost ever. 1,142 games, 621 goals, 409 assists. And again, he's actually been used as a sub for at least 300 or 400 of those games. And with that 69 physical, his stamina levels aren't the greatest, so he actually gets subbed off a lot. In games that is tight and I need fresh legs, he'll get subbed off. If it's a game that I'm dominating, I'll obviously leave him on. But yeah, he gets taken off a lot. And then for the final few special cards, guys, we've got Harry Kane. I'm hit and miss with this Harry Kane card. I quite enjoy him as a centre midfielder. I didn't really enjoy him as a striker. His finishing is out of this world. But Dele Alli has much better defensive stats, which is why Dele Alli plays instead of Harry Kane. This Fernando Torres card, for me, is one of the most clinical finishers in the game. Most of these appearances as a substitute, again, 162 games, 102 goals, and 39 assists. Higuain, I don't think I subbed him on one time. I've only just recently completed that Higuain SBC. And then 2 guys that I wish I could have in every team, but I can't fit in teams anymore. Like, Ibrahimovic, for me, is only bested by Lukaku just because of pace. And it's not even that it's that big of an issue. You can see I've played over 440 games with Ibra as a striker, sometimes as a midfielder, but I hated him in midfield. He's never really let me down, except on the odd occasion his lack of pace was one of the reasons why I would lose the game, because he just couldn't get the edge over the defender to get in behind and score the goal. So that's why when I tried Lukaku and he was able to finish as well as Ibrahimovic was, I was like, okay, let me sacrifice the four-star skill moves for the extra pace and see how it works out. And it turns out I just enjoy Lukaku that little bit more. But this Ibra card has been immense for me throughout the year. And then last but not least, this Suarez card, one of the most used cards I see on the game. A lot of goals, a lot of assists in a lot of games, and he's only started about 100 of those. So there's at least 300 games as a sub there, and he is still just absolutely god tier for me personally. So those are my cards, my investments and all that, guys. And then to end the video off, I'll show you what I've got saved up for Team of the Season. You can't see all the packs because it only shows you 30 packs, but a few Jumbo Premium Gold packs, some Rare Gold packs, lots of these, a few Mega packs. I've got 2 more Mega packs to come because I finished Gold 3 this week in Foot Champs, and 1 more 50k pack to come because I finished in Foot Champs this week. I've got a lot of 100k packs. I think I've got 6, that's 4, 5, 6. So 6 100k packs, some Premium Gold Players packs, some Prime Gold Players packs, which you can't see, and that's it. I think a few more Premium Gold Players packs, maybe an Electrum Players pack in there as well. That's what I've got saved for the EPL Team of the Season when it comes out, because I want to boost my squad. This is my main team right now. This is like my best team at the moment, and I want to improve this squad with Team of the Season cards. So I want to get Team of the Season Lukaku. I don't know if I want to get Team of the Season Hazard. It will depend on his price, but I might just be content with this 91 card. I want to get Team of the Season Dele Alli. I want to get Team of the Season Alonso, should he get one. Probably Team of the Season Walker will come into my club, and then whoever the best centre-backs from Team of the Season are, and then I'll decide for the midfield depending on who the midfielders are, and that's going to be my team for the rest of FIFA, other than the fun teams that I build. But this is my club, dudes. Not a penny spent on this club, just time. Nothing but time into this team. No money on FIFA points, no coins bought, just grinding the game a lot. And this is what I've got available to me. On top of that as well, I'm in an online draft already, so I've got the rewards to come from that to go into the packs as well. And I'm also in an offline draft that I've got the rewards to come to that to go into the store as well. It won't be much, but it's a little extra to come. Nearly got the Division 1 title again as well. Just need to get a win in my final game to get another 15k. If not, 7.5k is coming. And then the future Foot Champs throughout the game. So that is where my club is at, guys, before Team of the Season. I will see you again on this account, on this channel, in about 6 or 7 weeks' time after Team of the Season, and we'll see exactly what's changed. We'll see whether or not I got anything amazing out of those packs that I've saved up. We'll see whether or not I got lucky or unlucky with my investments, and whether or not I was able to cash out of those, or whether I lost my shirt, and just generally where the club is at. But this is going to be the end of the video. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.